thanks for joining us on PTV. A frustrating game against West Coast, given the way that it was played in ebbs and flows and fits and starts. That seems to have been a real pattern emerging in footy this year, in 2011. How is it something that you address from the coach's box?
Oh, it's just the way the game goes these days, ebbs and flows, and when you control the game, you've got to make sure you take your opportunities to score. When the opposition get a run on, you need to be able to defend and hold your things. So when the game does turn back your way, it's and you start winning the ball and getting the ball inside forward 50, that you take your opportunities again.
It seems like we've seen a real change in the philosophy of football this year, where it used to be every side was risk averse and wanted to protect the ball. This year it seems like risk is reward.
Oh, look, I don't think footy's changed. High risk, high reward. I think the game's played less in the corridor. I actually probably disagree with you 100% in regard to the way the game's played. It's more defensive than ever. You see a hell of a lot less go through the corridor. You've even seen Geelong, who have been so successful over the last 4 or 5 years, change the way they go through the corridor. Because if you turn the ball over in the corridor, it becomes undefendable. I'm not too sure the terminology. From turnovers, which are very, very costly.
Do you look at West Coast as a model for where Port Adelaide can go? It seems to have been in the media a lot this year or this week in the build-up to the game that West Coast is a model that Port Adelaide can follow in terms of getting development into the kids and really accelerating their learning by playing them.
Yeah, but I think West Coast has been, a few years in the making, and this is, a journey that Matty's starting out with these young guys. So there's a hell of a lot of work to go. And look, the effort today was pretty good. Hamish's role on Pritis early was really good. O'Shea's role on Embley, and we did that specifically for their development, and we thought they were really good. Our kick-ins structurally were horrible. We couldn't get that right, and it cost us a few goals. And our ability as a team not to contain Hearn and kick 3 goals at the end of the day, that's the difference. The stoppages, we were pretty good, against a gun outfit. So one area seems to be bobbing up every week, which is costing us games of footy.
How do you combat that stoppage setup where West Coast line up with both Cox and Naitanui around the ball? Is it a difficult thing to assess who's going to go for the ball, or is it something that you practice in the week leading up to the game?
Oh, we had some things for whatever it was going to be, and early it was Westhoff was going to be playing on Naitanui when they were both on ball, and later on in the last quarter when they did it, it was Jackson. You see those things that opposition teams do, and you plan for those things, and so when it happens, the players know what to do out in the ground.
There's been a lot of talk this year about the bye and how teams coming off the bye tend not to win. Was that something that you addressed in the 2 weeks over the bye period?
No, not at all. I just focused on the way we were going to play over here. I thought we started a little bit jittery the way we used the football, and then we settled into the game. We didn't take our opportunities early. It's very hard, difficult to do that in the state, but to win the third quarter, just lose the last quarter and win the second half after the scoreline of 4.5, 5 goals at half time, I thought was pretty pleasing.
Given that the ash cloud obviously forced the team to come over a day earlier than expected and on a chartered flight, does that allow you to really sort of focus on bonding as a team? Just the extra day, it takes the sort of the trip pressure out of it, and it becomes more about a team mentality of going away together.
Oh, look, when we found out that was going to happen, we just went to our schedule that we use in Darwin. And they've done it before, they know the schedule, travelling 2 days before, so we just very easily fell into that, and they know where the meetings are, they know what time they got off and all that sort of stuff. So it is a little bit more bonding. They can spend a bit more time together, which is good. They know a little bit more about each other, and so from that perspective, it was pretty good.
Dean, thanks for your time.
No worries, thanks.